What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Caffeinated and Overclocked podcast. I'm Far Gassier, and I'm here with my good friend of Frugan. How you doing on this wonderful night so far, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. Getting over
Dude.
some little giggle fits, but we're doing great.
Yep, it definitely right before we started, he let out a burp, and it just sounded like a dog bark, and I don't know why we sat here for 5 minutes and just absolutely laughed about that. I can actually tell. I'd like actually just derail it for a second. I know exactly why I laughed because you have a sound alert on your stream where the song plays, and that is just like baked into my brain now. So I know why I was laughing about it because I'm like, oh my god, this is such dad humor, and it's one of those things we are both absolutely tired and. There's not really a lot of news necessarily this week that has come out. Now, we do have 2 out of the 3 topics that are got some speculation in there, like maybe when can we pre-download Borderlands 4 and something that Moore's Law is dead talked about the new Zen 6 chips. And I haven't done an upgrade in quite some time, but there's one topic. There's one topic that we're going to get into that is, I've never seen it. Have you ever seen that before without giving away what the topic is?
Absolutely not. Not something I've seen in my 30 plus years in life.
Dude, I've never seen it, and it was quite surprising seeing the memes that popped up. But as far as it goes, the first topic for today, and yes, friends, I swear at some point we'll get away from mentioning Borderlands 4 in every single one of our podcasts. I swear we'll get away from it, but... You see, 2K released a little image that lets everyone know when you can start playing Borderlands 4, and oh my god, does it feel great to be on the PC, because from this chart, on the eastern coast where we're at, if Frugan and I were playing on the console, we wouldn't be able to play it until 12 a.m. on September the 12th. But because we're on the PC, we get to play it 12 hours early, but we'll both be at work. But after work, we'll definitely be playing it. But September the 11th at 12 p.m.
You'll be at work.
No, you'll still be at work. No, you'll still be at work. You're just working from home. You know, I do wish that we could have a half day on Thursday. You know, maybe I should tell my boss, hey, you know,
here's a doctor's note.
hey, 2K, anybody, if you see this doctor's note, absolutely, positively, I'm down, though. I'll be real with you. I would rather take Friday off, so I can just have a full day of playing, because you know there's going to be some network issues. No matter what, there's going to be some network issues. We have this high... thought-falutin process, like that we this dream of him and me going to be able to play a video game together on launch. Don't know if that's going to happen, because it's technology.
I mean, shoot, with the networking issues that Borderlands 3 had, and still kind of has here and there.
Yeah.
It's going to be problematic, and I'm definitely going to see it. But, hey, I'm being hopeful. We're gonna play perfectly fine Thursday.
We're gonna play perfectly fine whether we play together or alone. Now that's neither here nor there. And let me ask you a question for those in the comments section. That since we've been talking about Borderlands 4 so much, who are you thinking about starting as your Vault Hunter? Where would you like to hear a story? I love pulling this little Marcus bobblehead. Just be like, the head broke off of it. It normally looks straight like this, but his head broke off, and I was like, Marcus would look to the side and tell you, remember, if you buy from anywhere else, I'll kill you. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. I've gotten more excited on these Vault Hunters the more Moxie's talked about, since Moxie's been playing it and a couple of people have been playing it.
It's definitely been eye-opening and very, what's the word?
It's enlightening. It's
enlightening, yeah.
I would say enlightening, because going into this, as I've said many a times, I've not been excited. I've been like, okay, I'm pretty chill. about this, but actually seeing hands-on, no spoiler type content to just talk about their builds and to compare them to other Vault Hunters. That since they have like hands-on, nobody else has had hands-on experience, even in demos and pre-plays and stuff like that at events.
You can only play a certain little bit.
Yeah,
and you can't. People are getting full hands-on now and be able to do what they want with the game, and it's like, ooh, okay, so all of them are really good. It's just, who do I really want to play as now? I mean, what skills do I want?
I mean, genuinely, from last week when we filmed, and then this week, I was like, maybe this time I do start my playthrough as a Siren. You know what? This could be my first one. Now Seth wants to, play with us, and he's talking about doing Vex. So I'm like, okay, Amon. I think I'm locked in with Amon. I think if we're gonna have two Siren type characters, like you're playing Harlow, I definitely think
we're playing Harlow.
I definitely
really think so.
I think we're gonna need a tank, but also at the same time, I was sitting there, I was like, man, like, who needs a tank? We got two Sirens. I could just be Rafa. I could be right up in the face, and we're all just like, it's a one.
Amon could be right in the face too. I mean, with some of his skills.
No. Yeah, he would definitely be right up in the face. But I meant more of like the movement that Rafa has. But
because he does get a lot of movement speed increases and things like that, so he could be really good for that too.
But I think
who you want to play as.
I think it's going to be Amon, and kind of cycle in their like smash attacks and stuff like that Moxie and them were talking about, because I was just like, oh my god, they're talking about Amon like a soldier, because that's who they compared him to. That's who they compared him to, like an Axton, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was an Axton main. I enjoyed my time as Axton. I very much enjoy my time in 3, but you know what? Yep, I think it's gonna be Amon, and honestly, funny enough, there might be some news around the time that we drop this. Now, this is neither confirm nor deny. It's just speculation. But pre-downloading a game like Borderlands 4 would be a huge thing, because the network hit is going to be massive. And I remember pre-downloads not being really common of a thing as far as like early internet, early PC game time. Because nobody wanted to let anybody do that, because you could potentially break and crack into the game back in the day. And I would have to remote into my system to actually get any progress done so I could actually stream that day or do anything like that. But what do you think the chances are that this podcast episode, we're filming this on 9/6 right now, what do you think the chances are that this podcast drops at 12 p.m. on September the 10th, and then within 30 minutes to a few hours, we hear that, hey, you can pre-download the game starting now if you pre-ordered the game?
I'm going to say 85 to 90%.
I think the 10th is a very good date for that. I think the 11th is a good one as well. But
I think that'd be too late due to PC being released at 11 at noon.
That's what I'm saying. The 11th would be nice, but you'd have to be like 6, 7 a.m. But that's why
it has to be early in the morning. But I really do think the 10th in the afternoon, maybe
4 or 5,
3 EST.
Okay,
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock Pacific.
Dude, that would be absolutely amazing. Not to have to remote in, know that everything's good to go. You only have to start it once on Steam, and it is confirmed. It is confirmed that those in the Vault network will be getting keys. We don't know what edition. And I might have sent a Frugan a picture today. I might have sent a Frugan a picture, and I was not able to control the urge that is collector's edition. So if this game is crap, you full send blame it on me, because I bought the collector's edition.
It's his fault. It's his fault.
Or actually, I think it's going to be that you do it this way. Do it to your right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Because you know what, you could blame the nobody. Like there's nobody like me.
It's somebody. It's somebody on whatever side of.
See, I'm on the left
He
side
could
of
be up
you,
here. He could be
so
down
I
here.
would just be looking at this right here at you. I'd be like, oh really? Oh yeah, that's cool. Like, we're the Brady
That guy.
bunch. But yeah, like so I was like, you know what? I really do. Do I care about the golden keys, the necklace, the cloth, Kairos map, and the figurine? No, I genuinely I don't. They're going to be cool on my shelf over there. I'll probably get the map framed. But the biggest thing that I want to do is, yes, I'm providing coverage, and it's a marketing tactic for companies to give content creators keys and streamers keys. But Borderlands is one of those games that I like, one of those franchises I love. And I was going to spend $130 on the game regardless if I got a key or not. And so basically, this is just my way of doing the same. Hey, thanks for making a series that I absolutely like fell in love with ages ago. Look, we all take missteps. We all don't know how to shut our mouth sometimes. It's a thing, but I would rather have developers on stage than PR representatives and lawyers or anything like that. So
That know nothing about the game or anything
Right.
like that.
And don't
At
have
least with
the-
the developers, they know what's there because they've built the game from the ground up. They know everything that's there.
Right.
So-
And that's I like it with developers because there's not a lot of non-speakage. Like everybody can clown on Randy Pitchford and everything. And like we said last week, he was like a kid in a candy store. He was sweating bullets. He wanted to say more than he was allowed to say. And that's what I want in video games. I want people to be up there and, you know, the moments of, you've all got mobile phones, right? While we as gamers will clown and should clown on folks when they say things like that, or saying, you know, to reload could be like $1 to reload. There, like, we should definitely clown on people for that. But also, we don't want the PR specialist. We don't want the, like, speaking out of the side of the mouth that doesn't know the fan base or anything like that. But, like, yes. So I was going to buy the game regardless. I was going to spend the money on the Super Deluxe Edition. So this way right here, I can get that, make a little unboxing or something like that, and put it on my little shelf that I have over here for my collectibles and go about that way. But it's definitely one of those that I was not able to stop myself, and at least I'll have a cool little statue. And God, I'm not going to use those golden keys, not for a very, very, very long time until we start getting some more. Because God, no, those are.
Oh,
And I don't know when we're going to start getting golden keys. I'd say probably 2 weeks. Maybe we get to maybe a week or two in, just as like
something like that. Hey, we got to pay attention to Twitter because Randy will be posting them out all the time like he normally does.
Well, that's going to be my thing. Borderlands 4 hits such and such milestone. Thank you so much to the community. Here's 5 golden keys. Like, the golden keys in that situation mean nothing to me. Like I said, the map, I'm just going to hang up and frame it up to go along with my Appalachia map that I have framed up and all that. So I'm super excited for that. But yeah, I sent a friggin' message on Discord today and said, well, yep, I couldn't stop myself on this one since it was confirmed that we in fact are going to be getting keys. But now there is something that we want to talk about that I've never seen happen, and Lord mercy knows it's the first thing that's really not like the map. The release time wasn't speculative. The pre-download is, but this next topic, it is not speculative at all.
No, this is something I have never seen, never heard of happening ever. But you know, there's a little indie game that released this last week.
Really? There's indie games? What are those?
What? Individual developers making games, smaller studios that make games.
Do they make quad A games, or is that
No,
is that just the
no.
big boys? That's
just the big boys.
okay. I just want to be. I
That's
just
just the big
wanted to
boys.
see. I just wanted to see because I don't know. Like, I didn't know if they did quad A's or anything like that. So what
No.
what indie game
No.
came out this week? I don't know. What?
Well, I think it was a little game, just very little, not very big, not popular at all. Named Hollow Knight Silksong. That
never
dropped
heard of
on the
it.
4th.
What?
I
what
don't know.
what's
I
that?
think-
What's that game about?
It's a sequel to a game, another little game called Hollow Knight. I don't know. I've never. They're Metroidvania type games. I've never really played them.
What's Metroid? I wanted to see the look on the
Now you're screwing with me there.
What's Castlevania? Is that what is that Vania? Is that Metroid? Is the combination of Metroid and Castlevania? What are those games?
Yeah, Metroidvania is a combination.
What is so how would I know what Vania is an abbreviation for? I don't. These games don't reckon. Is it like these are
gamer terms, man. These are gamer terms. Developers don't make
what's
these.
that really good games? The like Zelda is Spirit Tracks or something like that. That everybody like. I think that was like everybody's favorite Zelda game back in the day. Half of the comment section right now are just wanting to like absolutely go in, and this is why my friends call me a trap card. So what happened with one of the most anticipated video games that no one cared about, the Asus Xbox ROG Ally such and such, but when they saw a picture of something else, they're like, what?
What? We're getting that soon?
Mom?
They crashed Steam. They crashed Xbox, Microsoft, the Xbox Store, and they crashed Nintendo eShop. You couldn't buy the game once that game launched. You couldn't download the game once that game launched. I have never seen anything like this.
Dude, so I was sitting there, I was on lunch talking to one of the dudes at work who's really excited for this, and he was on the Reddit. And it was people that were just posting up memes of, hey, so I'm having a really time getting done with the first boss in Silksong. Can anybody help? And it was just the Steam error page, like where they couldn't buy it. And it's just like, I don't know how to get past the first boss. Is there like some? I hate to do a spoiler this early into the.
He's like, this game sucks. It's terrible already. I can't beat the first boss.
It's terrible. I genuinely have never seen something like that happen in my time of being like online. As far as like I've seen like networks taken down after like the Brink release of like on the PlayStation 3. I remember the DDoS attack that took the whole PlayStation network down, and you couldn't play Brink, which was an amazing game, but I've never seen a video game actively take down multiple, if even just one, like especially Steam.
And it wasn't even like a AAA like title either. An indie developer, a $20 game crashed multiple stores, which is insane.
And you know, even after Hollow Knight's like success, and they kept it a $20 game, that makes me so hopeful.
Which, mind you, was only $5 more than the first one.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It makes me so hopeful to where everyone's so like, oh, gaming's dead, and 2025 gaming's dying and all this. And I know that's a whole different topic and everything, but yeah, gaming's slowing down, but it's still growing. But to see a community like go so hard into, oh my God, I love the first one. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for a sequel. Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. It's one of those things that brings joy to like me as a gamer, even though, like you said, and like I've said, the game's not for me. I've never played the game, but it's one of those that I've not drawn to play that game, but I'm gonna try it out. I mean, like I've got no problem like trying the game out and seeing if it's any good for me, but it's definitely not one that I'm drawn to. It's not in my wheelhouse of video games that I think.
The best way you could do it to try it out right now is because it's on Game Pass.
Right, yeah.
You can try it on Game Pass. And then once you find out that you enjoy the game, kind of like how I did with Clair Obscur. I played it on Game Pass on Xbox. I loved the crap out of that game. I ended up then buying it on Steam because I was like, I want to support these developers.
Dude,
I want to buy it, and that game is fantastic.
And that's my thing too with Xbox Game Pass. I find myself using it to test. Okay, I've got the subscription. Is it any good? Oh my God, I like it. I did the same thing with the Outer Worlds. Another one that you could do, Blueprints.
I played it on my Xbox. Now, the game can be frustrating and hard and
No,
confusing
I don't think
at
I'm going
times.
to. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just gonna. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to.
You don't want to go through a whole bunch of rooms. But
No,
well, it's a good testing ground to do that. But
it really is.
So you can see if you want to purchase something. I enjoy it. People out there who say it's like, oh, it's not worth it. No, it's worth it.
To me, I like for me, and I was the biggest proponent back when I was on the PlayStation. I was the biggest proponent to being like PlayStation Plus is so much better than Xbox Live at the time. And no, you got to think about
at that time, yes.
At the time of PlayStation 3, where Xbox Live gave you like 1-2 games that was like, oh, maybe it's okay. PlayStation Plus was such a value for gamers on PlayStation because you got so many good games. It was not even like dumpster fire games or anything like that. It was genuinely games that I would want to play if like, oh, damn, oh, okay, this is really nice. And that's where I am with Xbox now, with Game Pass. Like, even though, and I can't, oh my God, I so hope with like Xbox doing a handheld that at some point we can figure out how to play the console exclusive Game Pass games on PC. My God, that would be Xbox would get so much love if we could just get the console games to play, like the 360 games and stuff like that. If you could get those games,
you mean
to
like
play.
Gears 2, 3, and all the others?
Yeah, dude.
There's
like,
so many other ones out there.
There's so many games. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, if I wanted to play, if I wanted to play Battlefield Bad Company 2 on the Xbox, I can on Game Pass. But on PC, I cannot because it's not a PC Game Pass game. I had to go out and buy a copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2 to play before Battlefield 6's release, which is coming up very soon, and I really need to get on that one weekend.
A month away. It's a month away now.
It is crazy that it's the first week of September is almost gone. And there are so many games coming out this month, next month. Not too many games coming out in November. Not too many games that I'm
we know of.
Yeah, not
that
we know of. Like the ones that we know of right now, not too interested. I will play. Look, I will absolutely play the new Call of Duty campaign because I am a fan of campaigns. Just like Battlefield. I'm not playing multiplayer first. I'm not playing multiplayer first. I'm playing campaign. I've always done that whenever there's a campaign associated. I'd get clowned on for, oh, what are you doing playing the multiplayer, the campaign of Modern Warfare 3? Everybody, all the friends are on Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. I don't care. I'm playing the campaign. I want to try to beat it on veteran or whatever the hardest that you start with. That's what I've always done ever since World at War. Battlefield 2 and all that. And look, I'm just excited. If Xbox could do that, that would gather so much like amazing press coverage and being like, oh my God, they're finally doing it. We can finally do this, because that would open up the Xbox Game Pass to such a much better deal than it already is. And, honestly, it would justify the raising of prices. And I mean, the server cost and everything, it costs a lot of money. But at the same time, it genuinely would, like, that extra $5-10 that they keep going up, it genuinely would be like, hey guys, we took a little bit of work. We didn't want to tell you what we were working on until we had it ready to go for y'all. But hey, you can now play Xbox Game Pass on console games on the PC. I would absolutely lose my brain, especially, while we're at it, maybe EA for your college football games. Maybe you could come to the PC finally. I know you're worried about, people modding rosters and stuff or whatever excuse it is that we had at the time, but I don't want to play on console anymore. I want to play on PC. I'm so happy with mouse and keyboard. I mean, look, I was playing Chronos: The New Dawn. It felt so strange to have a controller in my hand. It especially for games like that. For games like that.
I can get that.
But like racing games, it feels natural.
Did it force you to use a controller?
It on launch of Steam says a controller is best for this experience. But after stream, I was messing around looking at my mouse and keyboard, and it does mouse and keyboard fine, but some of the button combos is absolutely like early game, sure, you could probably play mouse and keyboard no problem, but later on, looking at some of the button like kind of combos that it was talking about, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably glad that I did just a controller. But you want to know something that, and now you may have seen a game recently that did this, but it gives you control schemes. Now, you know how you used to have like type 1, type 2 for like body types in like RPG games? They typed 1 and type 2 the button layout. Button 1 layout is Xbox. Button 2 layout is PlayStation. I was so thrilled to see that. I genuinely was so thrilled to see that because I so remember having to download, because remember, I come from the PlayStation and I had to download the executable to make my old DualShock controller work for that. But it made me think, oh my God, PlayStation made the PlayStation like controllers now actually work with the PC no problem.
Well, some games, because Steam still has issues with some
No. I meant just like the controller itself, like the PlayStation 5, like it can hook up and it can work.
Oh yeah.
So it just
the Bluetooth,
it just threw me off that, and it made me happy to know that we've come so far in a society where it used to only be Xbox controllers, like Duke and everything, like it was Xbox all the way on like Microsoft on Windows, but now we actually have the point there. And then it also like, it's one of those, it's like, my God, wait, we're also seeing PlayStation games come out on Xbox. We're seeing Xbox games come out on PlayStation. We're seeing Xbox and PlayStation games come out on PC. Are we about to hit a like absolute craziness in like maybe a year to 5 years where we genuinely have no like exclusives? Like, do you like PlayStation? Do you like Xbox? Do you like PC?
I really do think that's going to be the case at some point, is that we're going to get it to where there is no exclusivity. Now, I could see it being more of like a timed exclusive.
Yeah.
For like a certain time, it's only on PlayStation, and then like say after a year, it goes to PC and Xbox.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because then at some point, it's going to be like, oh, wait, I can play it in a year when it comes to PC. Fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, that's my biggest thing on this whole thing is that, like, with, like, timed exclusives, like how the next GTA is going to be. Guarantee comes out.
Rockstar always does that.
Oh, yeah.
Rockstar always does that.
It's going to come out a year later on PC. Absolutely going to be gobbled up from everybody. It's like the new Horizon game. It came out on PlayStation first, and then about a year and a half later, there you go. Indiana Jones from Xbox, Machine Games and them did the exact same thing. It was like 6 months. I'm pretty sure we're about to get in the next like 3 to 6 months Starfield PlayStation port, because they kind of do at the anniversary. They kind of teased the next what could be by having a hiccup in the bit, and it could be the like Terran Armada. I saw Starfield news pop that up. Then a couple of people were popping it up as well, and I'm like, dude, could we have an actual Earth mission? Could that be the next? Could the next DLC be like, hey, we heard your concerns. Hey, we have this next DLC coming out, and also here is the like edition, the all everything together edition for the PlayStation. I think that's going to be what it is. I think it's going to be the PlayStation release is going to have that and the previous DLC and everything else that's come with it. Maybe even like 1,000 credits or something like that, like the premium edition did back in the day. I'm super excited for stuff like that. But I'll tell you this. There is something I'm very excited about. And that they could be what we see in the future for CPUs, GPUs, and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm someone who's on a 5950. I mean, look, it's first world problems. It's absolutely first world problems, like of having a AM4 processor, and we're on AM5 boards and stuff like that now. But I got a 5950 because I was like, it's the top line of the AM4 platform. It's going to be good for quite some time, and it still does great for me. But someone that I watch, Moore's Law's Dead, they talked about in a recent podcast, it was like a while back, about how Zen 6 could be targeting at or above 7 gigahertz. And so for me, I'm like, dude, I hit like 4.2, 4.4 right now. What you mean you could almost double what I'm getting right now as far as speed? And as we know, gaming doesn't really utilize like more than 4 or 8 cores. Like it's
No.
getting to the point where they're doing 8 cores, but it's mainly like 4 or below. So that single core speed is like really useful, and a little bit of multi-core speed is useful as well. But God, I can't imagine what the power draw on this chip is going to wind up being if it's targeting 7. Like now, AMD's always been good for thermals, even though if they draw 160, 200 watts or whatever. But oh my God, to
There's gonna
hit,
be some people that may have to upgrade their power supply as well.
dude,
I mean,
I mean, with me, I've got 1,000 watt power supply, and I've got that 5950 and a 4090. I could see 1,000 watt being near minimum on what they suggest you have. I think it probably is going to be something around the 1,200 watt
mhm.
that they're like, hey, you should probably have this if you have this, because I can see it being 200-300 watts as a CPU, and it's just insane to my brain.
Easily.
Dude, it's insane to my brain. Like if you look at where the 5950 was, I
Mhm.
sent you an infographic the other day
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Hardware
you sent me
Unboxed,
that.
and the 5950 to the 7950 overall, when you take everything together, was about 52-ish% faster than the 5950. The 9950, because AMD for some reason, why do companies skip generations of numbers? I don't know, whatever. But like the 9950 was about roughly 10-ish% overall faster than the 7950. So right now, if you just take on the additive portion of that, the 9950 is roughly 50 to 60% faster in general day-to-day tasks like Photoshop, DaVinci Resolve, Premiere, everything that I do, it's about 50, 60% faster. And that's at like 5.2, 5.4 gigahertz of chips. And you're talking about a completely new, like it's the revamp. So AM5 was not really a revamp. There was some changes done to it, but Zen 6 is like when Ryzen came in to the game. They're like, hey, we're going to be changing up how CCD cores and everything, and we're going to be changing how all this is kind of working. So yeah, we may not have a 16 core, general bit. We may have a 24. It may be 12 and 12. It may, who knows what it's going to wind up being. Like genuinely on the top end of AMD, you could probably have geez, I don't even know, like 24, 48 thread. It like it's
Yeah,
gonna
so I was
be
just thinking of 48 threads.
it's
Jesus.
going to be insane, the number of
Jesus.
PCIe lanes that we have access to, and that's why I like Ryzen. That's why I like AMD. I used to be an Intel person with a 4790K, but then I'm like PCIe lanes for video editing and all this sort of stuff. Oh my God, for hardware, this is going to be great to have those PCIe lanes. And now I'm sitting here. I haven't touched my like setup in years with the 5950, and now I'm sitting here. I'm like, the Zen 6, depending on like what Hardware Unboxed, depending on what LTT, what Steve at Gamers Nexus, what everybody talks about, like, to see what the actual performance is, I'm pretty sure that this is going to wind up being the time that I drop whatever it is. Because going from AM4 to whatever Zen 6 is going to be on, it's a new motherboard, it's new RAM.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like it's like, yeah, my 4090 is going to stay in there because I play at 1440p, so it's not like I need to upgrade my like GPU anytime soon.
No.
But it's just like, oh my God, like what's going on? I don't know if I'm going to be in the country yet. I hope, you know, like I hope we have that going because I genuinely I don't want to build a new PC before I like have all the plans going to the country because I want to build a server rack. I've told a Frugan that I want to do like my gaming PC, my like streaming PC, and then I want to have like a NAS and stuff set up for all my Linux ISOs and stuff like that that I have. Whatever you know goes on there. However many copies of Linux I want to have, that is perfectly fine. That is everyone needs at least 100 copies of Linux. But like it's I definitely want to do something like that to move everything out. Like even if it's just like because it's probably going to take a couple of years before I get out there, but I want to move everything that I have in this room computer wise set up and like push this setup a little bit forward, give myself a little bit of extra room behind me. But in the new space, I want to have this clean setup to where it's just, oh my God, everything's together. All the cables are managed. It's not a rat's nest or a squirrel's nest or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, trust me. Look, we both work in IT. If you think that all of our stuff is cable managed, no. On my Discord, someone said, "Hey,
don't want to see over there."
Oh, right? Dude, yeah, you don't want to see. Yeah, you don't want to see. There's a picture on my Discord. I don't know if it may have been back when I was on Gilded. Actually, somebody may have asked that question. There's a throwback. But when somebody said, "Hey, can you show us your setup?" and I said, "Yeah," I just took a picture, and somebody has said, "Oh, you didn't clean up like your cables?" I was like, "I work in IT 8 hours a day. You can get out of here with that mess of thinking that I'm going to do any type of cable managing when I get home. No, that's at work."
When I took over the systems, when I started working where I work, and I seen the rat nest, I'm like, that's going to be days of work to fix this. I have yet to do it, and I've been there for 7 years.
Well, and that's the thing.
That's downtime that we can't afford.
Well, and that's my biggest thing. Like behind my desk at work, there was this huge like rat's nest of just Ethernet cables and all this kind of crap. And they were going through and changing some network gear. And I went, "Hey guys, you know what would be great about right now? Let's fix all this. Okay, let's fix it." And they're like, "Well, we got to make sure that all of this is like in the same spot." I said, "That's fine. I've got a label maker. I can label every cord if we need to. But I directly sit in front of this. And any time that I turn around to look at my tools, I have to see this. Now, we have two options. We can fix this and we can make it look good. Or I will be going to Home Depot and getting a soundboard and putting it right up here and blocking that from my periphery. We have two options. And I don't mind going and spend $30. I've spent more when I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day. I'm fine. I'm fine doing that." They're like, "Well, if you're willing to do the print labels on there, then I'm willing to do this the right way." I said, no. We're not saying the right way. Just cleaner. I don't care about the right way. I don't care about the right way. I just want it neater.
When I worked at Raytheon, the amount of cables and how pretty everything looked, man, those were some gorgeous cabinets.
Dude,
let me tell you.
Dude, I'm telling you. Dude, I'm on that Reddit group of like networking orn, you know. I'm on that one because like you see those cable runs where everything if the cable needs to be 6 inches, it's like 5.75 right there at 6, so it's the tightest of cable runs. You're just like, oh my God. Then they came out with lighting on there so you can ping and test. I was like, oh my God, this is what a time to be alive in like technology. And like dude, crazy. Think about this. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, Dude, 20
None
years
of
ago,
this.
we were so excited about zip drives. Okay, we were like, dude, zip drives, they're the newest hot thing. These are going to replace floppy disks. There's nothing going to be here. We've got 100 megabytes on this zip drive. This is like the best technology. CDs come out, and you're like, oh my god, we can write to this piece of plastic, this optical. Oh my god, this is wait, we can rewrite these discs. Oh my god, this is insane. It'll never be. Oh wait, we have a thumb drive that is 2 inches big that is terabytes of data. What? What?
Yeah.
What? Where? I do want to. This topic for a whole nother discussion of a different day, and we could start up a conspiracy theory aliens podcast if we wanted to. It really does make me wonder, like how we jumped in technology to go from like a huge platter disk to this being 32 gigabytes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, where's mine? I know I have a flash drive.
Like,
Yeah.
like genuinely.
Yeah.
30
like
32
little thing.
tiny little thing. There's your
Or the passport, the little passport ones, being 10, 12 not gigs, but terabytes.
Okay,
Can't
by the
speak.
way, also remember, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. But if you get one of those passport things and you want to store data on there, that's fine. Do not, I repeat, do not try to read off of that thing because that is a shingle magnetic drive. And if you need that explained to you, it is genuinely how it sounds. Data sits on top of data, just like shingles on a roof. That is why your write speed is perfectly fine. It's going on there fast. But your read speed, it's got to take that data and it's got to sort through there and it's got to find it. That's why they're good for storage, not for continuous playback. Now, MP3s, photos, and stuff like that, unless you have a lot of them, it's fine. But do not, I repeat, do not make a NAS or store things that you're going to be trying to play video games or any access a
No.
lot on a shingle magnetic drive. Do not do it.
Don't do it.
It's a lesson we all had to learn. The WB Reds, they're the worst. They're cheap, but you know what? Trust me, I get it. We all had to learn that lesson, and if you haven't learned that lesson, then let this podcast, let this section be the bit for you in this whole rigmarole. But I'm excited, dude. I'm just genuinely excited for what the future holds for CPUs, GPUs.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah,
And it's all going to be insane.
dude, the fact too that there's like rumor mills that the next AMD cards are like going to be actually coming like 16, and that like Nvidia feels that AMD is coming for a little bit of their market share and they cannot have any of that market share go away. The fact that Nvidia, it's looking like we may be getting, because let's be real, 16 is the minimum now for gigabytes for VRAM.
Oh, easily.
It's and to think that that may be where we're about to be starting. Like, you can still have your budget 8s, but like you really, that's why I try to push AMD when people are asking what they want to build. It's push 8, it's push 16, because even if you play 1440p, you're still going to be using that daggum VRAM like crazy. And you want to keep your cards for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You want
to keep them as long as possible before they die.
I would have kept that 1080 Ti as long as I humanly could, unless it died. And thank Christ I had an EVGA card, because they replaced that thing and it was about to, like, it was 5 days almost out of warranty. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We've got this 2080 Ti. We've got this 2080. The TI's gone. We got a 2080 hybrid. Do you want this one? I'm like, if it works, I don't care what it is. I'd rather have my 1080 Ti, but sure, it's same performance and it's got an AIO. And hell, I think that's the one Lilith is still using. I don't know if she still uses. I know I sent her a 2080 years ago, and I don't know. I think it might have died. I think it actually might have died.
I think it died.
Yeah.
Because I think.
Oh wait, I think it died during Valheim.
I think so. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
one died on for hers already.
Yeah.
So I know she got a new CPU recently.
By the way, normally
Um,
during this time they're doing a D&D session. So if you ever want to watch people play D&D, we'll leave a link to Lilith's Twitch down in the description. Absolutely love that girl. She is absolutely amazing. At some point I need to get on there and play some D&D. I don't have time. I genuinely,
hey, I'll when we do finish this campaign, whenever I will be the DM instead of her. I can do a
So does
one
that mean
shot
I
for
can
you.
mess
You can
with you?
pop in. Yeah.
Ooh.
You can come in and you can do a one shot. And you
Wait,
can
so does this
play.
mean I can't like do the channel point redemption on her wearing no glasses? Oh, that sucks.
Oh darn! You have
So
other ones you can mess with people.
okay, well, hey, look, if are you gonna be taking over? Like, is it gonna be on her channel, or is it gonna be switched to yours?
Uh, that far we haven't discussed.
Okay.
But because we're still got quite a bit of time left in this campaign.
Okay, well, still,
It's
I'll
just
leave.
whenever we do it.
Yeah, we'll leave a link down to Lilith's Twitch down in the description below. But is there anything that you want to add in here, close with, or anything like that for the topics that we talked about?
No, I think that's really about it. I'm just really excited for the way technology is going.
Dude, seriously.
Really excited for Borderlands 4, as you
Uh,
guys can't tell. I mean, third week in a row we're talking about Borderlands 4.
Third week in a
And we'll-
row. Look, trust me, maybe by week 7 or 8, maybe we won't have anything to say about Borderlands because there'll be a lull, but don't worry, the DLC will come out or something will come out and we'll be talking about it. Now y'all we'll have to film an episode because the wife and I are going on a vacation. And so not this next one, this one will be released on the 10th. The week after one, we'll have to film it pretty quick. Because an episode will go live there and I won't be anywhere near the computer. So if the next week, if you get responses, it will be from a Frugan. It will not be from me. But y'all, seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this wonderful night. We said, hey, this is going to be a quick one. And we wound up talking and we were thinking maybe 25, 30-minute episode. And it turned out to be right now 49 minutes, just over that. Yeah. So
we're not very good at that.
listen. It's okay. It's an organic conversation where a couple of nerds are talking about things
Just
that
let
they're
it flow, let it
excited,
happen.
you know?
It's okay.
It's okay. But seriously, y'all, if you made it this far into the podcast, let us know your thoughts, your concerns, anything like that. What are you excited for in the month of September 2025? Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Y'all, take it easy. Peace. Love you.